Hi, my name is Sasha Halili, and the title of my piece is The Three-Letter Word. You always said I'd grow out of it, that one day I'll be free of my own body and no longer suffocated by the thick skin that coats my entire being. You always examined me. You would stare at me and crinkle your eyebrows in disgust as if my entire existence offended you. As if I wasn't your own child, as if you were a hologram that night that you told me you will always love me after watching those weeping tears fall off my cheeks. But I will not continue to be the doormat that you can stomp on after a hard day of work. You would yell and scream that three-letter word to change me, and I'd stare at my mirror as if something was truly wrong with me. That's silly little three-letter word. I love to think that you were just being overprotective, that you were just angry, that your own family and friends saw me as the embodiment of that three-letter word. But you'd prove me wrong the moment you open your mouth, and that three-letter word again, because the moment you open your mouth, you'd recite exactly those words that they would say to me. Those words that have lulled me into a floaty state almost every single night, completely focused on the feeling of ants crawling up my skin, numbing me from keeping in touch with the outside world. They would repeat in my head for days like a wound that would reopen despite my sad attempts to stitch it back up again. And I thought that I had completely drained that three-letter word out of my system because I thought that they didn't matter to me. But you proved me wrong once again by snaking that three-letter word out of the gutter, bringing me back into the floaty state as if I were Aurora, falling back into Maleficent's evil spell. And if life were a fairy tale? If life were a fucking fairy tale, I'd continue wishing and dreaming for a fairy godmother who would show me love in more ways than my gentle, evil stepmother could have. To show that love was more than just a fucking three-letter word. But even if I had the option to make my life a fairy tale, let's not. Let's keep the cycle on the low. Let's let it continue. Because I love you. I will love you no matter what you say, even though I know you're wrong. I'll say I don't care, even though I do care. And I'll continue to shut my door out on you, but at the end of that day, I'll still come out. I'll still come out and let that cycle continue in your silly little brain and hope that one day you will never call me that three-letter word again. Fat.
Hello, my name is Rego Gutavis. The title of my piece is Dinner Time, and I have one favor to ask before I begin. Don't tell my parents. I have been waiting for a seat at your table for 16 years. All I've ever wanted is a place next to my heroes and my role models, next to all the people I've spent a lifetime trying to live up to. My hunger is all-encompassing, it's dim and hollow and gnaws away at my bones. The sheer want hums in my chest, and I devote myself to the work of becoming the best. I get straight A's. I win fancy titles. I become the patron saint of gifted kids and golden children. Ding! It's Judgment Day, and I'm ready to make my case, to test my fate, to prove that I am worth it. The heavy, savory scent of dinner wafts under my nose and curls around my gut, and I am starving. I arrive to the dining room, arms full of trophies and plaques, full of evidence of every single thing that I've ever done right. This is a courtroom where the jury deliberates over dinner plates and the judge sits at the head of the table. I watch as my life's work is dissected on my mother's fine china. Please, 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 ruin my favor, Your Honor. What more do I have to do? Because for 16 years, I have blotted out every part of myself that you wouldn't like with caution tape and spray paint. Not a hair out of place. I am perfect and respectable. Everything you enjoy about me is something I have refined and revised several times over. I felt that maybe if I worked hard enough, you would finally let me eat by your side. But tell me, how can you maintain civility worrying about elbows on the table and what fork goes in which hand while you pick apart my personality and toss it on the floor like scraps for the dogs? Where there was once hunger, there's only rage, burning in the space beneath my ribs. 16 years? That might be nothing for you, but that's everything to me, and I have spent all of it. All of it running, tripping, stumbling after you. I will not waste another 16 years asking for a seat at this goddamn table. That white-hot, molten rage burns me up from the inside out and sets my nerves alight. I am the stuff of stars. Golden, glowing, worth it. I am worth it. So with the very same hand that you've denied 1,000 times before, I'll set your table aflame. I'm done asking for your acceptance. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tia Capron, and my piece is called Girlhood. It is unheard of to hear about the isolation that comes with girlhood. Although never said out loud, but rather through hushed whispers and indirect gossip, I learned from a young age that my value as a woman stems directly from my beauty, as beauty is the only commodity women are gifted. I grew up watching my friends fall victim one by one, engulfed by the attention of a man. I waited and waited for my turn, yet it never came, and I began to crave the abuse of sexualization, the abuse that can only come from a man to make me feel pretty. It wasn't until the 6th grade when I earned the attention of a boy from my class who stood there with a fistful of my ass, and I couldn't help but feel the prettiest on those days. But when I finally went to go tell, I was returned with the one and only phrase, boys will be boys. But when can a girl just be a girl unless this is what it means to be a girl? To surrender my autonomy to the male fantasy, to allow myself to succumb to the male ideologies of femininity, because I realize I can get a lot farther by appealing to their gaze, and hey, I had finally fulfilled my cravings for attention just for the small price of my soul. I was left empty, but I was addicted to the game of perception. My life was consumed to live and breathe for him, not even a real man, just the idea of their existence. I had abandoned my philosophy for the validation of a man. But how could they not love me? I presented perfectly for them, giggling at their jokes, undressing when they asked, all for them to critique my form, all for them to make me feel pretty. And their job was complete. They said they loved my personality, my body even more. I couldn't even be mad. I handcrafted it with fingers down my throat, editing my life for my voyeur. This is what I wanted, right? I always wondered what goes on through their heads. You see, for men, life is a journey of power. Is this why they crave the intimacy of my photos rather than consulting the internet? Does my vulnerability turn them on more than my tits plastered in their face? How could I ever do this to myself? I understand I am an unfaithful feminist. Liberated woman from the 70s would hate me, but even more so the third wave feminists of today's generation. They say they're woke, but fail to see my perspective. I am no fan of choice feminism, but have we been too harsh? To blame women for falling victim when I'm sure we have all been guilty. In ways we have submitted and fell short. It is not our fault, yet society deems it ours. Can you really blame me for wanting more? All I wanted was to feel whole. But until I can revive my soul, I am no longer in control. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Martha Rose Garcia, and my piece is called Nalalanta, which means withering away. My bones burn with pain, screaming for me to move an inch, but I refuse. If I move, I risk criticisms from relatives whom I don't even know exist, and those who have brought me into this world join in as if their life depended on it. Have to hear how they believe my body will fall apart at any moment, have to hear how sickly I seem, have to hear how I shouldn't bitch because I seem to have it better than everyone else. I stay, seated stiffly to avoid those who I seem to call loved ones. I developed an obsession with a body I presume to be perfection. A desirable body, filled with flawless curves and eye candy, you may say. A body you can't help but longingly stare at. A body you envy, and a body I'd kill for, all because I was told I had nothing going on. At the age of 12, I was told I had nothing going on. I'm starving. Laughter pointed toward the body I was cursed with. A curse I hide with billowing drapery, clothing to lock in my silhouette. I live my life behind the facade, and I soon fell into a bottomless pit. Room seems to spin, my insides in severe pain, starving for nothing. I ignore the pleas my stomach calls out. An empty space, an echo silence. Days, however, do arrive right my heart out. Can't see stuffing my face. Time passes quickly. I find myself now refusing past famishment, spewing what's within, tasting the bittersweet attempt of hope, of peace, of self-love. Yet another failed attempt at trying to keep 2 meals down my throat because my body can only handle one. Flushing down the remnants of what I've eaten. As I wail and cry, see, soaked into my flesh, I can't help but feel strikingly fresh and new, like a drug. As if an angel came down from the heavens and kissed me and told me that my body had been sculpted by the gods. But that's not my life. My life is filled with shadows reminding me that I'm not beautiful. That I'll never recover from this illness, and that this suffering I'm going through will be for all eternity. I'll never understand what it feels like to bask under the glow of the moonlight. So beautiful. Wind flowing in my mind, carrying me through the void, silence beside me. The rush of falling petals I chased after each piece, running after the idea of becoming whole. I'm starving. My limbs grow numb, I sway and fall, allowing my heart to lead me through the roads of no end. And as I lay limp and weak, Kim Sokjin's epiphany spoke to me. I may be a bit blunt, I may lack some things, I may not have that shy glow around me, but this is me. My arms, my legs, my heart, my soul. Perfection is non-existent, and I'm truly hopeful for the day I get to stare into the mirror and say, Tiyak ko, tiyak biyag, tiyak ko. I want to live my life. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Colonel Jaradamo, and my piece is called I'm a Creep. The night has fallen and the lights began to dim. Reflected surface in front of me. Your eyes see the ugliness of me. Your eyes sees no beauty. But my real eyes realize! Who are you to even judge me? Who am I even talking to? But upon the reflected surface, I am you and you are me. The second you start enjoying your day, some bitch walks by and says, "Hi, fatty." That word sounds pretty ugly to me. In my mind, I say, when facing hatred, just please walk away. Don't they have anything better else to do? You can't make a person's life suffer just because yours is falling apart. Wala naman akong ginagawa! Walang bola ang galing ang puso mo! Hindi ka naman napapagod! You despise me even if I haven't done anything to you. Aren't you tired of just body shaming me all the time? Enough! My mouth lingers the sweet taste of adobo. But my own mother tells me, "Hoy, anak ko, nakalukluk magkan." Then the appetite seems to fade away. It's so messed up. I'm in an emotional state, forcing me to seek comfort from an empty plate. Why can't my mother see me? Why can't she be proud of me? I never realized that my own parent who brought me to this world could be putting a burning fire in my heart filled with insecurities. As I cry and cry, my tears suddenly becomes a river, and I know that there is hope in these waters, but I can't bring myself to swim. All I want to do is forget, but all this body does is make me upset. I can't ever find love like Romeo and Juliet. You know, as I came here, I didn't know who to be or what to be. But as I grew up, people started describing me as a class clown. And I liked it because it defined who I was to everybody else. I liked it because as I see my friends and the happiness and laughter in their face as I make them laugh, that's enough reason for me to keep going. Because they make me feel enough. It's okay to be in pain every now and then. I'll know I'm alive. Naging akin ang kagandahan. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Trace Sprinkle, and the name of my piece is The Truth Behind the Game. Shake, shake, roll. For 16 years, I played this game that we call life. A game of roll the dice, where 12 sides come 12 options. 12 options bring 12 possibilities. But out of those 12 possibilities, we're only given one chance at the perfect life. Shake, shake, roll. A game rigged by its creator. A game where the bitterness of defeat tastes better than sweet victory. I've gone all in. I've gambled it all. I lost everything. And yet, I'm hungry for more. Shake, shake, roll. The sound of dice echoes within my mind. With each bounce, the anticipation excites me. Shake, shake, roll. Shake, shake, roll. And I roll again and again. I'm addicted. Addicted to the pain, to the sorrow, and to the grief that comes with playing this game. Shake, shake, roll. You might think I'm crazy, insane, a psycho even, but deep within, I'm just a boy. But that boy is just trapped behind steel bars, bound by shackles stronger than the chains. These shackles, forged by nothing but the boy himself. Locked up for years, the boy forgot how to feel, how to react. He threw away his emotions, all in an effort to protect himself. But no matter what he does, scars will always be scars. They say time is the greatest medicine. Then tell me why. Tell me why I haven't gotten my damn prescription. I'm tired of waiting. Because time doesn't heal jack shit. No, it makes you believe in lies that you created yourself. You see, there's a difference between getting healed and getting used to. I, for one, have gotten used to it. I've been hit, I've been stabbed, I've been dropped, stepped on. I am broken beyond repair. You see, I give up. So instead, I'll keep up with this facade. I'll wear this smile for as long as I have to, hiding in the skin of a person I can't even recognize. Because as far as I'm concerned, that boy is already long gone. So let's play a game, shall we? Shake, shake, roll. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sunny Brown, and the title of my piece is Double Standards. I am bisexual. This means that I like both men and women, but that does not make me any less of a man. I may be young, but I am not wrong. For who I am, who I want to be, and who I want to be with is my choice and my choice alone. Liking both men and women does not make me a man and a woman. It makes me human. Comparing gender identity and sexual orientation is like comparing a brother and a sister. Two completely different people who are alike in so many ways. From a young age, I was placed on a pedestal. A pedestal rigged for my demise. In the eyes of society, I failed before I was ever born. Like the games at a carnival, I was destined to lose. The music being the only thing distracts me from the fact that I'm constantly walking on eggshells. Eggshells that never seem to go away. Now I am 16. I am of legal age to drive, to work, to agree to something I am not ready to give away. So stop looking at me like I am that little kid swinging across the monkey bar you need to constantly watch. I can watch myself, but can you watch your mouth? I am not here to scold you, but to educate you. So take a seat and listen to what our generation has to say. Time and time again, we have been wronged and misled. You don't believe us because our generation is ahead. Gandhi once said, I cannot conceive of a greater loss than the loss of one's self-respect, but the way you accept and respect needs to be checked. The acceptance of others is something I will forever fear, because I am bisexual. In 2018, nearly 19% of hate crimes were targeted towards people of the LGBT community. Blaze Bernstein, Tony McDade, Ali Steinfeld, Amelia Touré. These people were shot, stabbed, and murdered from people like you who do not accept us. People like you who do not respect us. People like you who decide to neglect us. People like you need to be checked. As teenagers, we should be watching movies with friends and going to the mall, not finding an emergency contact to call. Being misgendered and mistreated doesn't just happen to me, it also happens to celebrities. Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus, Raven Simone, the list goes on. These people go by they, them, and that isn't wrong. My name's Raven Simone, and you're watching Disney Channel. Dun, 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 dun. That's a sound we all heard growing up. Watching characters played by actors who are non-binary, pansexual, and all of the above. The world is constantly changing. Each generation is evolving. So you can either evolve with us or forever stay falling. I am bisexual, but I am still a man. So it's time you start treating me like one.
Hi, my name is Janelle May Bayo, and the title of my piece is called My Story. I've got a story that nobody knows. Here under my clothes holds the truth, a painful secret that's continued to grow. The imprints you created were never revealed but shouldn't be concealed, however it was. Why did no one listen? Why did I bear the shame? It's not right that it went on. I was used and deceived by the person I trusted. Why did this happen to me? You said to be quiet so that others don't hear the ugly truth of what happened. It would turn into fear. Well, this hurt is too great to keep holding this in. It's my turn to speak. This was not my sin. I'm tired of pretending that all is okay. I want to heal and move forward in a positive way. So here it is, my story for all to see, as I know it's the truth that shall set me free. It began as your fist punctured through my skin like a bullet, agonizing my body with pain. The pressure applied with your body on mine as your lips touched my skin, feeling like my body was closing from within. Gradual numbness circulate my limbs until I ended up powerless. Like Queen Liliuokalani after a kingdom was overthrown, except the kingdom was my body. How can I feel so much pain, yet feel completely numb? Here, on the surface of my skin, are the bruises you created. The bruises that lasted 2 weeks. Because of you, when I look in the mirror, I no longer see a body that's mine. I see a body that's been used, abused, and sexualized. But I'm done. You no longer have power over me. You no longer have power over me. Today I regain back my power. Today this pain stops. Today I speak for those voiceless victims, those who have been sexually assaulted or harassed. To anyone in the same position, trust me, you're seen. These events don't define you, nor do they make you weak. Therefore behold your truth, and you too shall be set free. Thank you.
Test it. How's it? My name is Annabella Isako, and the title of my piece is The Truth. It's a curious thing, isn't it? The fear of the truth. I mean, we all know that people lie more than they speak the truth, and are more terrified of telling the truth than they are of telling a falsehood. Am I right or am I right? Well, here's the truth. I hate being nice. Why? Well, because I don't look like a nice person. I don't walk like a nice person, nor do I talk like a nice person. You see, in the outside, people see this big and tough Samoan girl who could probably get with anybody. And then they get to know me and bust up. Oh, nah. I thought what you thought wrong. See, that's the problem. People only see what they think. Picture me as someone I am not. Hell, I show up as a family and they go grab their daughter and clutch her tightly as if I'm about to kidnap her. A kidnapper? Ask an old woman if she wanted me to pick up her cane. She stared at me like I will hit her with their cane and run with their handbag. Like I'm some kind of gangster. Nah, I ain't no thug, grandma. They treated me unfairly because they thought I was just one of those low life on the high life with no life type of team. Assume who I am by the way I dress. Funny. But then it isn't, you know? I mean, I tried speaking up for myself, even said it with my chest, but today it was more of like a threat for my tone. It was like the sound of violence. I never got to fully introduce or describe the type of person I am. Shit, can't even remember how many assignments I did where I lied about who I am because it don't fucking matter, man. See, everybody is going to critique what you do no matter what you do. Matter of fact, once they see bad in me, bro, they start expecting bad from me. Always a villain in somebody's story, a character I didn't even know I played. They numbered all the bad things I did and forget about the good things. You know, I used to care so much about what people think about me and see in me, but now that I have finally reached that point in life where I just don't give a damn anymore, you wanna know what I see? I see a girl from the island who's chasing nothing but a better life. A girl with a dream as big as her. So go ahead, picture me however you want. I know my heart is good, I'm solid. Y'all can hate me or love me, but Kitty Mel Mel, you can never judge me now. It's like Tupac said, only God can judge me. Oleo wa maile upu ili tusio matayo fai upu wa awo tusi famasino ina nei famasino sino oto awa ole famasino atosi famasino ina tuai etoe famasino ina oto ole fuo tusi fuo ina tuai etoe fuo ina maya te oto. Do not judge or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. Matthew 7, verses 1 and 2.
Hi, my name is Sunny Brown.
My name is Dara Anjumura.
My name is Ethan Markov-Towan.
And my name is Casey Cadiz.
And the title of our piece is School, the
6 cruel hours of our lives.
A.
B.
C.
D.
F. The letters that define who I am.
As an athlete.
A leader.
A musician.
A performer.
A human being.
M.E.
MP.
DP.
WB.
The
Grading system that means absolutely nothing, no worry.
No stress.
No overthinking.
No issue.
No drama. When I was young, I used to love coming to school. The sound of laughter and joy filling the air. The teachers were so sweet and always seemed to be there.
Everything's so bright. We were actually happy. There was no crying.
The only time we cried was because we fell off the playground. Waiting in line for books we wanted for weeks. Opening textbooks of nonsense we will never again see. We were so innocent, so young. Little did we know that school would be the reason we were hung.
Hung from a rope of self-doubt.
Hung from a rope of stupidity.
Hung from a rope of maturity.
Hung for a rope of lies.
Hung from a rope made out of A's, B's, C's, D's, and F's.
gone in a blink of an eye. Memories lost in the deepest parts of my mind.
Like the waves on the ocean, I crash into the shore, suffering in a whitewash I can no longer ignore. The 6 school hours of our lives is what makes up the word school.
Little do you know that's all because of you.
20% of us are depressed. That is 1 in every 5 students.
Is it you?
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 No, it's me. But you never know because the size of your heart can never compare to the size of your ego.
Teacher.
Stop.
Administration, do your research.
Beyonce.
Madonna.
Britney Spears,
Harry
Ben
Styles.
Affleck.
Ryan Gosling. These people never finish school.
They were deprived of the right to be told.
You get an F, you get an F, you get an F, you all get Fs.
A letter that is supposed to stand for fantastic.
Fun.
Friendship.
And flop! Future.
Our future.
Jeopardized by a mere 3 lines.
Just 3 small strokes of a pen.
And F marked in red.
It's something I will never forget. You tell me to let it go.
It's just a grain.
It's only 5%.
That's 5% closer to making me want to attack.
So hear me.
Hear me.
Hear me.
Hear me.
Hear me.
We may be young, but we are not dumb. So stop making us feel like we are.
And when you decide to hear us, then A.
B.
C.
D.
F. Will no longer be the letters that define us.
I'm a phenomenal athlete.
I am a sophisticated leader.
I am a talented musician.
I'm an incredible performer.
We are unique human beings who will shine. You just have to let us.
Hi everyone, my name is Elijah Parker.
My name is Jasmine Ganga.
My name is Arby Valenzuela. And our piece is titled Contract. 1,
The Invisible Room.
2,
Sitting at a table.
3,
Paper in front.
4,
Pen trickling at the hand.
5.
Deciding what name to put on a certificate.
Signed.
Parents on our lifeway to be melded to a conveyor belt that never stops moving.
Fine.
Defined in red with the high expectations.
Stamp.
Stamp ink that bears the sigil for our name.
To you, I am an appliance.
I am your solution.
I am the supply to your demand.
I remember coming home from school, gleaming, paper in hand and with the scratching of a barely legible name.
Showing my parents a big red A on my assignment.
We're taught at a young age that A starts the alphabet. That is the grade to strive for as a youth.
As a youth, I didn't know what cum laude meant, only that it was taken by those who had come forth louder than others.
Little did I know, it was the bar being set higher than I could reach.
Reaching at night for the sky behind the black inked clouds that smeared the rain against our face.
As the only horizon I saw was the spotlight when their eyes were on me.
Gazes piercing and slashing through me like cold metal through
my
my wrists, gone numb as red skims across the page. I thought it was normal.
I now see
That we were doing them a service.
A service that has cost them their operation.
In 2017, nearly 1 in 5 students have thought seriously about attempting suicide because of unfair expectations set for them.
We just wanted to see the bright smile that scrawled across their face all those years ago.
Wanting validation from a valedictorian, we brought work for you to see. Markings of black ink and blood red that fought for your approval.
We were desperate. Somehow, people fail to see that comparison brings insecurities. That sometimes we won't meet your expectations.
You set your terms on a fine print that brought us our proficiencies when you forgot that some of us were still developing.
And in turn brought us well below the fault line of your terms.
1,
2,
3,
4,
5.
1 in 5. 17%. From right to left, that is every 5th person in your world.
Every 5th person in this room creates the cells on the graph of our parents' ever-increasing disappointment.
Every 5th person's mood can rock back and forth like a wave, like a ship amongst the currents of comets, helpless as the belted lightning lashes down on the crew.
Every 5th person
can feel like a dying flame flickering through the strong dust of expectations and doubt. We play these moments in our head.
Twisting white off orange so we don't know our names.
5 at a time.
I count till I don't know what counts as the memories come flooding back.
Swallowing memories till our mouth turns white. Feeling sick to our stomachs, swallowing our guilt and pride. When 5 emotions want to die!
I now sit in a room.
On a path not chosen, but forced.
Melded to a conveyor belt that never stops moving. Expectations swallowed once more as the frog takes my chin.
Caps click as the ink signs my life away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I am that one.
Hi, I'm Jolyn Tenoso.
Hi, I'm Amanda Ferronda.
And I'm Haley De Los Santos, and our piece is called Picture Perfect.
You're fat.
You're too skinny. These are the ways people can see us, which makes us see ourselves more differently. Eat more.
Eat less. These are the ways people try to fix us. We're not objects.
We're not things that you can fix so we can meet your expectations or desires of what we should look like.
Why should we change for you?
This is our body and you can't control it. Looking in the mirror, we see nothing but a whale. We know our body type. Why do you need to point it out?
Fat because our arms reach out to compliments as we do to food. Being bigger comes with the expectation that we can be attractive if we just lost a few pounds.
We are full, but we want to be fed with words of acceptance. 1 million pounds of fat. 1 million pounds of self-confidence down the drain.
Looking into the mirror, we see nothing but skin and bones. We know our body type. Why do you need to point it out? Skinny because these compliments about being thin are meaningless. But being skinny comes with the expectations we can be attractive if we lost a few pounds. We're starving for compliments that makes us feel full. No fat on our bones,
no confidence in our brains. Count your calories, check the serving sizes.
We eat one less meal, then one less, then we eat nothing at all.
My finger makes its way down my throat.
I gag and vomit up all the compliments I've never received.
Is this enough to make me look beautiful through your eyes?
How can I eat less if
right now I'm not eating anything at all?
Let's stuff our faces. We eat one meal, then a couple more, then a few more later. We eat food until we are stuffed. Is this enough for you? Do we have enough meat on our bones? We eat more. Aren't you happy?
More than 30% of teens deal with body image issues.
That means that 30% of teens are sucked into the black hole of beauty standards.
That means that 30% of teens feel ugly in the eyes of society. That means that 30% of teens choose to please others than themselves. So go ahead.
Go ahead.
So go ahead. You still have 70% of teens left to bully into eating disorders.
70% of teens left to body shame. 70% of teens left to destroy.
It seems the world cares more about beauty than the health of today's teens. But I guess depression doesn't matter if your waist is tiny.
But I guess anxiety doesn't matter if your muscles are toned.
But I guess nothing matters if you just had
a nice body is all you need to make yourself happy.
Who needs happiness when your cups are C's?
Who needs happiness when your
dick is more than 3 inches?
Hi, my name is Dara Ann Kimura.
And I'm Brianna Miyashiro.
And our piece is called Two. A young girl,
only 12 years old,
was harassed by the boy who claimed he loved her.
reaching his hands over her chest, raising his fingers over her body over and over, ripping her clothes away with each refrain.
He would take her body, play it like a cassette tape, and put it back.
But if you play with the tape too much,
it breaks. Tears streaming down her face, she looked at him with tear-stained eyes, her heart glass shattered. Looking down at the broken pieces, her heart a broken melody, a harmony out of key.
She stood by the window, ready to end it all.
But did she?
No. She finds someone new, finding someone to love, claiming what deems to be happiness.
But the memories stay with her, playing over and over in the back of her mind like a song stuck on replay.
I love you.
You just love the idea of me.
You're so beautiful.
You just want my body.
But who is that girl? That girl is me.
But it's not just me.
Pat Norman, a delivery service worker, running crew by her supervisors to make her leave her job.
Carmina Wood, harassed by her boss tonight, unemployment after losing her job.
Every day we are told these lies, forming like songs stuck on replay.
It's okay because you know he loves you.
You're overreacting.
It's just boys being boys. 1 in 5 women have experienced rape at some point in their lives.
Is it you?
Is it you?
Is it you?
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 Well, it's bound to be one of you.
Unless we take a stand. We are not saying these things because we want you to feel sorry for us, but it's because we want you to see that you too may be a part of it.
Has someone ever made an uncalled for comment about your body?
Anyone ever asked you out again and again even after you said no?
Has someone ever asked you for nudes?
Then yes.
You too are a victim of sexual harassment.
1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men have been sexually harassed between the ages of 11 and 17. We are minors, young children still learning and growing.
We are toys to be played with or people to be hurt.
We are not just sex toys to be used and put back on your shelves.
We are living, caring creatures pacing this earth just as you do.
But why, you may ask? Why does this apply to me?
Do you want your next president to have PTSD? We are your children.
Your future.
The ones rising up and
changing your world.
We are what this world is.
And what it will become.
But before we go, one more statistic.
Every 2 minutes someone is being sexually harassed.
Every 2 minutes.
The time it takes to brush your teeth in the morning.
Every 2 minutes. When you send your friends a couple of texts. Every 2 minutes.
Post that picture on your social media.
Every 2 minutes. When you make your cup of coffee in the morning smiling and thinking when your day will come. Every 2 minutes.
During this piece alone, that is one person.
Every 2 minutes. When you sit and listen to us talk. Every 2 minutes.
Someone somewhere in the world is hurting.
Being harassed.
Their life is being changed forever.
And all the innocence in that child,
The joy
the dedication,
will be gone.
forever.
Every 2 minutes.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Soundstar.
Hi, my name is Paige Southall.
Hi, my name is Lavender Delente, and we are Directed Studies Playwright.
And the title of our piece is
A Woman is Alive.
The longest 3 minutes of my life passed by slowly.
My heartbeat getting louder like a baby crying out for mommy. 2 pink lines for 1 lifetime of being a mother.
My doctor said this wasn't possible.
My contraceptive failed.
And I was raped.
Somewhere along the way, we focused on the unfertilized egg and forgot about the little global crisis that is the woman's body.
I am one of your many statistics.
My body, wealthy with sickness.
Use me for my eggs to meet your sperm and forget about if I can't carry them to term.
A baby is potential. A woman is alive.
Don't preach abstinence to us.
Your mother is only 16 years older than you. Our consensual love is up to our bodies. So don't tell me to stop, tell me how to be safe.
Have you ever been raped? Well, 1 in 5 women have, and 5% of those women get pregnant by the rapist. Why am I on birth control? Because rapists don't use condoms.
You don't care about the children. You care about conceiving the right to own women's bodies.
Don't kill the babies.
How many kids have you adopted? How many kids have you saved from the system? 32.8% child maltreatment.
9.4% physical neglect and abuse.
4% sexual abuse.
Let me tell you a systematic story.
In 2014, 5 children's adoptions were finalized.
Pulled from school to be taught at home. But they only learned the texture from the back of their mother's hand.
They read their bruises on their bodies
And spoke out of their strangled throats.
Where were the investigations for the child abuse reports? But this story isn't a story. It's the life of James, Noah, Elijah, William, and Ella. Punished for being alive by the very people who promised to protect them.
their parents.
The police. The adoption agency. How many kids have you adopted? How many kids have you saved from the system?
A baby should not be our punishment.
For irresponsibility cannot lead to responsibility without consequences. Consequences for the baby that you want me to have. I can give you a child, but can you give me a job? Can I raise this child the way it deserves to be raised? Or will it wish it was never born in the first place? I won't birth the baby below the poverty line. 40% of abortions are due to financial reasons.
Gandhi said,
It seems to me as clear as daylight that abortion would be a crime. But criminalizing abortion doesn't stop abortion. It makes abortion less safe. My body is not political. My body is not a court case for you to step guilty on. Murderer, baby killer, sinner. If it is murder to avoid sales, then masturbation is a holocaust. The only crime you bear witness is not knowing how to mind your own business.
George Carlin said, how come when it's us, it's an abortion, but when it's a chicken, it's an omelet?
That's right. So before you judge me for getting pregnant, sit down and eat your breakfast. Your beliefs are not a part of my life. I'm the one that's pregnant, so are you miscarrying my rights? Raping us for our voice. Raping us for our choice. What happened to my future?
the longest 3 minutes of my life passed by slowly.
2 pink lines for 1 lifetime of never choosing for yourself again.
A choice is what matters.
And a woman is alive to conceive a choice.